Scott Bake is to cease bakery production in July due to soaring input costs, resulting in the loss of 12 jobs. The 30-year-old firm was once the largest independent wholesale craft bakery in the Highlands and Islands of Scotland, supplying food service and retail sectors with a wide range of savoury and sweet goods, including bread loaves, rolls, filled sandwiches, pastries, scones, pancakes, muffins, cakes, and donuts. It is also the distributor of Kingsmill, Warburton's, and Hovis products across the Highlands and Islands, operating out of a 14,000 square foot headquarters located on Burnett Road in Inverness. This has been remodelled out of an old bakery, which Scott Bake purchased from Premier Foods in 2011 via a multi-million-pound investment from the Bank of Scotland. There is a great deal of sadness and reluctance that we have had to make the decision to stop production, Scott Bake Managing Director Derek Smith has said, confirming that high energy rates, inflationary impact on ingredients, and increased labour cost had eroded profit margins to the point where it was no longer a viable business for the future. However, the MD noted that he wished to concentrate on the successful distribution service that we have within the business, which employs more than 40 people at Scott Bake. Speaking back in 2011, when he was operations director, Smith said distance to market is one of the biggest problems facing any business in the north, and we now have a ready-made area-wide daily distribution centre, which could bring huge savings and efficiencies to other suppliers who want to piggyback onto our operation. A similar fate befell Dorset-based biscotti specialist The Artful Baker, which closed its doors in April due to inflationary pressure. Meanwhile, large-scale manufacturers are reporting significant cost easings in recent months. Mr. Kipling and Cadbury Cakes producer Premier Foods, for example, announced a return to volume growth in its most recent full-year accounts, with revenue and profit both increasing by double digits. Scottish shortbread specialist Deans of Huntly has secured a £750,000 financing package from Virgin Money to help meet overseas demand for its products during seasonal spikes. The Aberdeenshire-based family-owned business already exports to markets including Germany, the US, Australia, and China, selling both its branded shortbread and own-label products supplied to major retailers abroad. With high seasonal demand for its range of hand-baked shortbread ingredients, the firm was seeking additional working capital to ramp up production in the run-up to Christmas, Mother's Day, Chinese New Year, and other major events on the calendar. Ministerial Department UK Export Finance UKEF worked with Virgin Money to secure the trade finance with a guarantee offered through its General Export Facility GEF product. This has enabled British exporters to access over £325 million in new working capital loans since it was launched in 2020. According to UKEF, which noted it could also fast-track applications for financing facilities worth up to £10 million. The GEF facility has helped us manage the working capital implications of large export orders, commented Dean's CEO Bill Dean. With the time it takes to ship the products, it can take 3 to 4 months to get payment from when the shortbread was made and shipped. Dean highlighted the GEF's functionality of being able to withdraw what funds are needed when they are needed and then pay it all back when it's not needed. It has enabled us to pursue more customers in the US as well as expand in the Far East and Europe. The flexibility of what you can use the GEF for means we can use it to fund overseas sales, but also take on new people and invest in new equipment to improve processes and reduce environmental impact as well. Dean's has already used some of the GEF funding, which was first agreed last year to complete its Christmas 2023 shipments. It also helped produce special edition Year of the Dragon tins for Chinese New Year celebration in early 2024 and launch a new range of shortbread hearts for this year's Valentine's Day and Mothering Sunday. The new financing will support planned investments in new equipment at the Dean's production site in Huntly, around 38 miles northwest of Aberdeen, and the creation of up to 20 jobs. Dean's has a distinctly Scottish product which is much loved around the world, and our support is helping them to enjoy continued export success, said Tim Reed, CEO of UKEF. The overwhelming support of majority of UKEF's deals support smaller businesses like Dean's, ensuring that entrepreneurs from all over the country can benefit from international trade. Craig Wilson, head of FX sales and trade finance at Virgin Money, revealed Dean's had been a customer of theirs for many years, describing them as an inspiring business to work with given their success and export growth. We are proud of our strong relationship, but we don't take it for granted, and developed an innovative and tailored international solution to help Dean's continue their success trajectory. Last year, Dean's was among 13 other Scottish producers, including Bell's Food and Drink Group and Border Biscuits, to receive funding from the Food and Drink Federation Scotland to help make its products healthier. The global majority of authentic Scottish shortbread appears to be in good health, with Walker's Shortbread posting growth in exports of almost 10% in its latest financial results. As the nation nibbles, dunks and chomps its way through National Biscuit Day on the 29th of May, we take a look back at the most interesting biscuit launches in the UK baking industry over the past year. McVitie's White Chocolate Digestives. Speaking of traditions, or rather twists on them, McVitie's announced its most significant launch in a decade last July with a white chocolate version of its digestive biscuits. Pladis, which owns McVitie's along with several other bakery brands such as Jacobs, Cars, Go Ahead, Flips and BN, said the biscuits had proven particularly popular with young consumers during testing. In rolling out a £1 million giveaway campaign across its McVitie's range last month, Pladis revealed that the white chocolate digestives had been its biggest launch in biscuits of the last 2 years. It said the variety had been worth £7.6 million in the 6 months since debut, citing Nielsen IQ data to the 17th of February 2024. Tim Tam Chocolate Biscuits. Having been big down under for generations, celebrating its 60th anniversary earlier this year, Australian brand Tim Tam made its UK retail debut in March with listings at Waitrose and Ocado. 3 flavour options, original, dark and chewy caramel, are now available in 200-gram packs, priced at £2.50. The original recipe, comprising a sandwich of 2 crunchy malted biscuits with a chocolate cream filling covered in a thin layer of textured milk chocolate, was inspired by the British classic Penguin biscuits. A tradition unique to the Antipodeans, but now promoted to UK consumers, is the Tim Tam Slam, whereby you bite off diagonally opposite corners of the biscuit and use it like a straw to suck up a hot beverage before shoving the slightly soaked remainder into your mouth. Sports biscuits. Demand for nostalgic childhood treats resulted in the resurrection of sports shortcake biscuits by Elks Biscuits. The product dated back to the early 1970s, but had been discontinued in June 2022 following Elks' acquisition from Two Sisters by Boparan Private Office. The 116-year-old manufacturer, based in Utexeter, had invested £1 million in new equipment last year, with the relaunched biscuits featuring more detailed mouldings of sports figures playing the likes of netball, windsurfing, skateboarding and car racing. J&CK Cookies. 2 years of research and development led to the launch of J&CK Bakery's non-HFSS cookies last year, which offers 90% less sugar, 50% less saturated fat, 3 times more protein and 5 times more fibre when compared to existing products on the market. The 4-strong range includes milky chocolate, triple chocolate, white gold chocolate and white ruby chocolate variants. Sold in pack 3 at £1.99 to £2.60, each 40-gram cookie is said to have a Nutri-Score of 0 under the HFSS regulations. The Maidenhead headquartered company said it was continuing to move forward with plans to disrupt the UK sweet treat market with the appointment of 4 highly experienced food industry professionals in senior roles last August. Mars and Bounty Secret Centre Biscuits. An indulgent new format for 2 favourite chocolate bar brands was unveiled last July with the Secret Centre biscuit range from Mars Chocolate Drinks and Treats MCD and T. The Mars variant featured chocolate, caramel and nougat flavours coated in milk chocolate, while the Bounty one had a creamy coconut filling covered in milk chocolate. They were aimed at tapping into rapid growth of the special treats subcategory at the time, which MCD and T General Manager Michelle Frost said could be credited to the lipstick effect. This was when consumers were seeking to reward themselves with smaller treats and pick-me-ups and trade up to indulgent options despite financially challenging times. Priced at £1.69 for an 8-pack of 132 grams, the Secret Centre biscuits were initially launched at Home Bargains and then Poundland. A Twix variant was added earlier this year. Domino's Cream Egg Cookies. Billed as the brand collab you didn't know you needed. Pizza chain Domino's stepped up its indulgence game at Easter by unveiling a limited edition version of its popular takeaway cookie, stuffed with a whole Cadbury cream egg. The seasonal sweet treats reportedly sold out at stores across the UK. However, they faced a fierce backlash from former Health Minister Lord Bethell, who took to Twitter to label them as disgusting and not illegal but harmful. Domino's noted that the items were similar to others found on the high street and pointed to its new £4 lunch menu rolled out last month, which includes cheeky little pizzas under 600 calories. A 2-pack of standard cookies is on the extras list. And marking the occasion, Bringing ourselves back up to the present and today's National Biscuit Day celebrations, Hill Biscuits in Manchester is conducting various activities with local communities and beyond. These range from a school bake-off and biscuit donations at care homes and hospices to giveaways for visitors at Portland Basin Museum. The company is also working with the National Trust on a pledge to plant 200 trees, one for every 40,000 biscuits it is producing today. Hill recently unveiled plans to roll out £2 million investment over the next 12 to 18 months. One Stop has expanded its bakery range with 16 new own label and branded lines rolled out at more than 700 stores across its UK estate. Among the sweet baked goods debuting at the Tesco-owned convenience retailer are Simply Donuts Mini Ring Bites at £1.50 for an 8-pack, One Stop Cinnamon Buns at £1.80 for a 2-pack, Tesco Raspberry Sponge at £1.60, and Tesco Chocolate Tray Bake at £7. Customers can also take advantage of a 2 for £4 offer on a selection of new sharing packs, such as One Stop Chocolate Cornflake Clusters, 15s, One Stop Chocolate Flapjack Bites at 20 pieces, One Stop Mini Chocolate Chip Muffins, 16 of them, and One Stop Millionaire Bites at 22. 5 different Warburton's products are also being brought into some stores, including the recently launched Protein Power Loaf at £2 for a 700-gram loaf, and Protein Thin Bagels at £1.90 for a 4-pack. Warburton's sales director Colin Billington has said back in February that these would help the bakery giant capitalise on the protein trend. The remaining new bakery items at One Stop are Pitch Chocolate-Filled Brioche, 4 of them, Warburton's Sliced Sandwich Rolls, 4, Serene Original Malt Loaf at 260 grams, Lee's Mini Snowballs, there are 12 of those, Lee's Mini Tea Cakes, there are 12, Warburton's Potato Cakes are 6, and Warburton's Gluten-Free Tiger Bloomer at 400 grams. Our team have been working hard to curate a refreshed selection of tasty bite-sized treats, perfect for picnics and sharing, commented Henry Morlick, head of product at One Stop. If you prefer donuts, flapjacks, or mini muffins, there's something for everyone. Our new lines are at affordable rates and will no doubt elevate those upcoming gatherings. One Stop's bakery expansion follows on from a successful overhaul of its fresh range, which started last October and had another batch of newcomers in April this year. These mark the company's first range resets in over 2 years. The retailer is also working with suppliers, including Rosa's the Bakers in Sheffield, Luke Evans Bakery in Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire, John Dyer Bakery in Leicestershire, and Braces Bakery in Wales to stock their products at selected stores in their respective regions. Working with local businesses in the area to offer our customers a range of baked goods, including freshly baked rolls, sourdough cobs, or sweet treats, reinforces our commitment to providing the communities we serve with exactly what they want and need. Among the 17 items chosen for listings are Rose's Artisan Sourdough at £2.25, Luke Evans Bobby's Foot Loaf at £1.55 for 400 grams, Dyer's Jam Donuts £1.65 for 4-pack, and Brace's Malted Bloomer at £1.30 for 400 grams. Being able to supply multiple stores across the country with our bread and bakery treats at the convenience of our customers is vitally important to our business, said Jonathan Brace, director at Brace's Bakery. We're sure One Stop customers will love these new products and they will become firm family favourites for years to come. WH Smith has unveiled its biggest investment in food in the past decade with the launch of the new brand Smith's Family Kitchen. Available in over 300 WH Smith UK travel stores, the range is the retailer's first own brand food range and comprises more than 30 products including sandwiches, salads, wraps and baguettes. These include a gochujang Korean barbecue chicken wrap with pickled slaw and a New Yorker-inspired sandwich made with salt beef. Vegetarian and vegan products are also featured, including the falafel and hummus wrap and Mexican naked burrito bowl, with sweet potato and chipotle sauce. The retailer added that Smith's Family Kitchen offers a wide range of choice at different price points and as part of its meal deal. We're making our biggest investment in WH Smith's food offer since we first started offering chilled food and drinks in our travel stores more than 10 years ago. With the launch of a new and delicious food-to-go range, said Andrew Harrison, Managing Director of UK Travel at WH Smith. Working with a team of chefs to tailor our range and ensure we're using the best quality ingredients has been fantastic, and the team has done an excellent job with the look and feel of the new brand. It's a really exciting time for the business. UK Travel is the largest division in WH Smith, with 590 stores across the UK in airports, railway stations and hospitals. The retailer recently reported strong growth for UK Travel in the first half of the year, which it said was driven by the business's transformation from a news, books and convenience retailer to a one-stop shop for travel essentials. Food to go and meal deals are one of the key reasons customers shop with WH Smith when travelling. Over 11 million meal deals made from over 900,000 product combinations are sold by WH Smith each year. It described this investment in the food brand and product quality as the next step in the company's one-stop shop format development. Bakkavor has improved outlook for 2024 following a strong first quarter performance and a return to volume growth in the UK. Group like-for-like sales at the food-to-go giant hit £543.3 million for the 13 weeks to the 30th of March 2024, representing 3.2% growth from the same period the year before. It noted that this was predominantly driven by its UK business, which recorded revenue of £458.4 million for a 4.1% increase on Q1 2023 sales. This was slightly better than the 3.9% growth in UK sales posted in its financial results last year. Bakkavor said its UK volumes had strengthened through the quarter, supported by improving consumer confidence, successful innovation, and excellent service. Its LFL revenue in the US dropped by 5.8% to £57.7 million, while sales in China continued to rise, going up by 9.8% to reach £27.2 million. With a strong profit performance and continued focus on operational efficiency across the group, the manufacturer was upgrading its guidance for full-year operating profit with a new range of between £103 and £8 million. Its leverage ratio of operational net debt to adjusted EBITDA was reduced to 1.4 times, which Bakkavor noted came from improvements in profitability and working capital. The encouraging financial performance was replicated in non-financial KPIs. It added including good progress in food waste and carbon emissions. Bakkavor revealed confidence in delivering ahead of current market expectations based on further synergies and efficiencies in the UK, following the successful implementation of its 2023 plan. With inflation moderating and price recovery secured, it also revealed it was accelerating profit improvement in the US and stability in China, which it said continues to be cash generative and self-funding. One of the strategic transactions completed post Q1 was the sale of its bakery business in China, which it noted helped further simplify its operations in the region and lead to a profit disposable of around £3.5 million. Last year, we executed a dynamic plan to reset the business, and I'm delighted that the momentum this has created across the group has underpinned our strong Q1 performance, commented Bakkavor CEO Mike Edwards. All three regions are making excellent progress against the group's strategic priorities of rebuilding margins and reducing leverage, and as a result, we are confident in delivering our increased guidance for 2024. Bakkavor currently operates 43 sites across the UK, US and China, employing around 18,000 colleagues and supplying a portfolio of over 3,000 products, including meals, pizza and bread, salads and dessert to grocery retailers and international food brands. It owns the delicious dessert company which recently launched Millionaires and Cookies and Cream Cheesecake at Asda stores. Here are the latest hires unveiled by bakery manufacturers and ingredient suppliers, showcasing some internal promotions and strategic moves within the industry. The senior roles they are assuming include CEO, non-executive director, technical manager and head of innovation and training. There's also a new chairperson at the trade body representing the food-to-go sector in Northern Ireland. Graham Williams, Chief Commercial Officer at UK Baker & Baker, the European sweet bakery supplier, has named Williams as its new CCO, covering the UK market. He replaces Tim Ryan, who is taking early retirement after 30 years, helping to grow Baker & Baker's key accounts tenfold, with a gradual transfer of responsibilities carried out over the past 12 months. Williams has steadily risen the ranks at the company since joining in 2019, playing a key role in nurturing relationships with large UK retail customers and driving growth across the in-store bakery category. He now joins the 6-strong senior leadership team led by CEO John Lindsay. We're extremely pleased to appoint Graham as our new CCO UK. His talent and commitment over the last 5 years has been evident to all, and that continuity will set us up for our next period of growth. Graham already possesses deep and positive relationships with our customers and has demonstrated his extensive leadership abilities in our commercial team during the transition period. Malcolm Well, independent non-executive director at Premier Foods. Warren is set to join the board of the manufacturer behind bakery brands Mr. Kipling and Cadbury Cakes following its AGM in July. The current CEO of Low Carbon Packaging Fruit has more than 35 years experience in commercial, operational, and leadership roles, and previously spent 11 years at Essentra, the last 6 years of which were as MD and Group Commercial Director. Premier Foods also announced that Richard Hodgson will retire in July after 9 years as a non-executive director, while Lorna Tilbian, who joined the board in April 2022, will step up to become Senior Independent Director. The business recently unveiled plans to exit the frozen pizza-based market and close its Charnwood site so it could focus on further growth of its brands. Paul Trotter, Technical Manager at Silvery Tweed Cereals. Having previously worked for the cereal and seed ingredient supplier earlier in the career, Trotter returns to assume the role of Technical Manager. He now brings 16 years of experience in the food industry along with a wealth of skills and expertise to the family-owned business based in Northumberland. Trotter's key responsibilities will include implementing strategies on product quality and technical services and providing ongoing training and development initiatives to the team relating to raw materials, products, and food quality. Paul's proven track record in technical systems development and his dedication to continuous improvement will be invaluable assets as we strive to exceed our customers' expectations, commented Martin Drury, Head of Technical at Silvery Tweed Cereals. Samantha Rayan, Head of Innovation and Training at Henley Bridge. The Lewes-based ingredient supplier has internally promoted its development chef, Rayan, to the newly created position of Head of Innovation and Training. The move was said to be signalled a renewed focus on training and innovation at Henley Bridge, with Rayan heading up a product training program for all employees, as well as hosting monthly customer innovation days, recipe development, and actively seeking out potential new product ranges. It's very exciting to have a change of direction after 8 years here at Henley Bridge, said Rayan. Innovation will be at the forefront of everything I do. I'll be constantly updating and honing my skills and product knowledge, both in the UK and internationally, which I will then be able to transfer to the wider team and customer base. This year, the company unveiled half a dozen leadership appointments to help achieve extended growth targets. Kira Campbell, chairperson at the Northern Ireland Food to Go Association. Henderson Food Service Sales Director Campbell, a 20-year veteran of the food and drink industry, has been announced as the new chairperson of the trade body, which represents and supports takeaway and food to go businesses in Northern Ireland. Starting a 2-year term, she will lead the board made up of several key industry experts, including Chief Executive Michael Henderson, who founded the organisation 5 years ago and has been lobbying on behalf of its 750 plus members and the wider sector ever since. The Northern Ireland Food to Go Association, which was recently known as the Northern Ireland Takeaway Association, aims to provide advice and advocacy under its Unite, Support, Grow ethos, while upholding industry standards for businesses working in the sector. A recent survey conducted by the association found that 70% of respondents stating that recruitment of skilled workers remained a major issue, as well as business rates, insurance, utility bills, and sustainability. Walls is targeting morning occasions with the launch of 3 new products, including a breakfast Scotch egg and jumbo roll. The three have been developed to meet increased demand for quick and convenient breakfast options, with more than half of people now eating breakfast on the move, according to Viper Pastry Consumption research from August 2023. The new products are an all-day breakfast Scotch egg, an innovative twist on the British classic. Walls said it is the first to market breakfast Scotch egg and combines a hard-boiled egg with seasoned pork sausage meat and golden breadcrumbs, complete with smoked bacon and a hint of tomato. The second option is the all-day breakfast jumbo roll, an all-new recipe for Walls' #1 selling jumbo sausage roll. This variant is filled with all the ingredients expected from a traditional full English breakfast, including sausage, bacon, egg, and beans, in Walls' light puff pastry. And the third is the all-day breakfast slice. This contains the same ingredients as the roll in a larger slice format. It has been designed to be an easy breakfast on the go and can be warmed in the microwave or eaten cold. The range is set to build on Walls' solid performance over the past year, with sales up 49% for the 52 weeks to the 14th of April 2024. It forms part of the brand's wider strategy to introduce more formats and cater for a wider range of eating occasions, having recently launched into quiche and food to go. As a category-leading brand, we know we can add real value to chilled savoury pastry, and one way to do that is through delivering exceptional food in exciting formats that tap into new occasions, said Jason Manley, brand director at Walls Pastry, which is part of the Complete Food Group. Demand for quick, easy, but super tasty on-the-go breakfast solutions is on the rise, and our range offers shoppers a new way to enjoy the Walls brand. Whether that's through twist on our well-loved jumbo roll or brand new concepts like the breakfast Scotch egg. Actually, added that the brand hoped they would encourage more people to buy into the category while also offering loyal fans something new. This is a tactic embraced by several savoury pastry players of late, with many launching seasonal or limited edition products to drive excitement and draw in young consumers. Breakfast has been a strong theme among recent NPD, with Ginsters also recently unveiling a breakfast roll, while Plucker added an all-day breakfast pie to its portfolio. Donuts is offering some sweet relief to inflation and the cost of living crisis, with a donut topped with a Freddo chocolate bar for just 10 pence. However, the Nottingham-based donut specialist is putting the bargain bakery treat on sale for one day only, on the 31st of May, at its 8 stores across the East and West Midlands. Weighing in at a little over 650 calories each, it comprises a ring donut topped with chocolate frosting, hand-finished with chocolate cake crumb and a Freddo chocolate bar. The initiative is said to pay homage to the days when you could purchase a Freddo for just 10 pence. The frog-themed bars were originally launched by Cadbury in 1930, remaining at 10 pence until 2005, but rising to 25 pence by 2016 and 30 pence a year later. Its current registered retail price is now 49 pence. Donuts said that as a result of the steady price hikes, Freddo bars have often been informally used as a measure of inflation rates and the rise in the cost of living. Freddo is an absolute favourite among chocolate lovers, but there's always such a furore over its rising cost, commented Lauren Quick, marketing manager for Donuts. The price has multiplied massively since being relaunched in Cadbury in the 1990s, and people taking it to social media are outraged. Quick revealed Donuts wanted to give its customers a bit of nostalgia, especially as Cadbury's celebrates its 200th anniversary this year. In a nod to the treat, we have given Freddo an amazing donut lily pad to sit upon. Who knew you could improve on this classic treat? It'll be our cheapest donut ever, she noted, adding that they would be limited to one per customer while stocks last. Specialty donuts at Donuts, such as the ever-popular Biscoff and the red velvet varieties, as well as vegan options like Eat and Miss, apple pie and cherry bakewell, sell for between £2.95 and £3.95. The company claimed it sells over 15,000 donuts per week on average across its estate, which includes shops in Nottingham, Derby, South Normanton, Lincoln and Cannock. It has recently brought back its online nationwide delivery service due to high customer demand. Earlier this year, the firm launched a collaboration with Nottingham-based street food vendor Working Man's Kitchen to create the Knotsville Hot, a spicy fried chicken burger in a sweet glazed donut bun that was sold at Nottingham Forest home games. The two brands also combined to create a donut pizza. Freddo Friday comes just a few days after National Donut Week, which saw bakers across the nation whip up sweet treats to delight customers and raise money for the Children's Trust. Independent coffee house Caffè Nero has rolled out its summer menu for 2024 at stores nationwide, aimed at bringing a slice of Italian decadence to UK stores. Headlining the trio of bakery sweet treats in the lineup is the Maritozzi bun, described as the star of Italian breakfast, and something that tantalizes the taste buds with an instant hit of Italian sunshine. The bun, which takes its name from the Italian for almost husband, as men would traditionally gift them to their fiancés, is one of the UK's latest viral food trends, with videos on TikTok showing Londoners enjoying them from local Italian bakeries. Google searches for Italian cream buns have leapt 450% over the past 12 months, according to Google Trends data recorded on the 8th of May 2024. Caffè Nero's version of the Rome delicacy consists of soft sourdough brioche, made using a sourdough that is over 35 years old and proved for more than 8 hours. Infused with lemon and orange, the bun is then filled with a light sweetened cream and finished with a dusting of icing sugar. The company noted that the indulgent but light bun was typically eaten for breakfast and it pairs beautifully with a coffee for a morning or mid-afternoon burst of energy. Another newcomer to the menu is the Italian blueberry mousse cake, which features zingy sponge sandwiched between layers of light blueberry mousse and white chocolate crispy balls topped with fruit jelly and blueberries. Rounding out the sweet trio is the Sicilian lemon meringue cheesecake, comprising the layers of creamy lemon cheesecake with a zesty tier of Sicilian lemon curd on a crunchy biscuit base. Topped with fluffy Italian meringue, the launch of our Italian-inspired menu really does signal the launch of summer in the UK, commented Will Stratton-Morris, CEO at Caffè Nero UK, adding, "You won't believe how light and delicious the Maritozzi bun is." In February, the Nero Group, which also owns coffee shop brands Coffee One and Harrison Hall, reported 17% sales growth for the first half of its financial year, with group revenue hitting £265 million. This followed news that Caffè Nero was set to open its first drive-through store at Stansted Airport. With 762 stores nationwide as of the start of the year, the Nero Group came fifth in the top 75 list of out-of-home businesses in the Bakery Market Report 2024, behind Costa, Greggs, Subway and Starbucks, respectively. The continued rise of flatbreads as a sandwich carrier has seen both Greggs and Costa unveil filled flatbread recipes on their new summer menus recently, among other savoury and sweet bakery NPD. Trifle has an image problem. It's a quintessential English dessert, but its use of alcohol-soaked sponge, layers of fruit, jelly, custard and cream can feel a bit old-fashioned to some customers. Trifle is a loved dessert, popular in boomer and sandwich generations, but perhaps less known by Gen Z audiences, notes Courtney Jones, test baker for Zealandia UK. As a traditionally pinned festive dessert, past iterations of trifle presented in large glass bowls were often associated with family sharing and dinner party consumption. But as tastes and eating patterns change, is this centuries-old festive favourite at risk of falling out of favour with the younger generations? What can bakers do to reinvigorate the humble trifle? A trifle by another name. The good news is nostalgia, often with a twist, is a long-standing trend among bakery consumers, but serving up a bog-standard trifle won't do the trick. Presenting trifles in different formats, such as individual pots and cake jars, has made it more accessible to purchase and eat as a singular dessert, therefore appealing an indulgent sweet treat for the one on-the-go consumer. M&S was one of those to find success with this format, rolling out a trio of cake jars in 2021, in Raspberry Ripple, Trillionaires and Colin Caterpillar varieties, with other flavours following at a later date. The retailer also unveiled a trifle-caked Alaska, a trifle and baked Alaska hybrid with layers of sugar-soaked sponge, creamy custard semi-Fredo, raspberry sauce and whole raspberries, topped with soft peat mallow and toasted almonds as part of its 2023 Christmas range. It has even taken the concept into fully loaded ice cream. Tesco meanwhile added jam trifle buns to its lineup for summer last year. Although definitely more bun than trifle, they embraced the classic flavours with a swirl of raspberry jam, filling and topped with vanilla flavoured icing as well as a sprinkle of sugar pearls for some added texture. Jones also highlights a recent innovation by London-based Humble Crumble, which just a few weeks ago released a limited edition trifle crumble. It comprises chilled strawberries, raspberries and cranberries, topped with classic shortbread and custard, finished with vanilla mascarpone cream, raspberry gel and freeze-dried raspberries. Sweet sustainability. Other bakers can embrace the limited edition spirit and tackle food waste at the same time. Trifles are perfect for using bakery leftovers and therefore an ideal solution for bakers looking to reduce food waste at a time of rising costs. From using up cake cut-offs, browning bites, or even pieces of donut, bakers can flex their creativity by transforming day-old confectionery lines into profitable products while using seasonal flavours to inspire trifle creations all year round. To help bakers with creativity, Jones offers up a few variations on the humble trifle. A spring example would be lemon blueberry trifle layer cake with a blueberry filling, fresh cream and cold patisserie custard flavoured with lemon extract. A summer variation is jelly and cream trifle, layer cake with raspberry jelly, fresh cream and cold patisserie custard. The autumn version, a caramel spiced apple trifle, cake ideally flavoured with speculoos, layered with caramel, mixed with chopped apple and spices, custard, caramel, and finished with fresh cream. And winter, the black forest trifle, chocolate layer cake with black cherry filling, chocolate custard, and fresh cream. Notably, the winner of the Platinum Pudding competition to celebrate Queen Elizabeth's Jubilee in 2022 was a lemon Swiss roll and amaretti trifle, suggesting there is appetite for flavours beyond red fruits. The move away from the classic fruit flavours is also drawing in younger generations, as is a DIY aspect which allows for the creation of treats from things already in the cupboard. This has led to some interesting TikTok posts, Jones says, highlighting one in which someone used store-bought ingredients such as Cadbury Dairy Milk Pots of Joy, brownie bites or chocolate Swiss roll, and squirty cream to create a quick and easy dessert. It seems there's still plenty of life between the layers yet, as Jones concludes new flavours, formats, and a baker's eye for sustainability are reinvigorating the classic dessert and increased popularity for younger audiences. Scottish baker Murdoch Allen has landed a Morrison's listing for its new Dundee roll, created to celebrate the firm's expansion into the area. The roll, available in the retailer's stores from Dundee to Peterhead, is described by Managing Director Paul Allen as slightly larger than an average bread roll, light and fluffy on the inside with a fantastic crunch on the outside, making it perfect for lunch and hot breakfast rolls. They'll also be available in independent shops throughout Dundee and in Murdoch Allen's own bakery outlets in Aberdeenshire and Aberdeen. It was launched to mark Murdoch Allen's expansion outside of its Aberdeenshire base for the first time when it acquired Teviotdale Bakery in Dundee earlier this year. The move was described as a significant step forward for the family-owned craft bakery, which, as part of the deal, took over Teviotdale's manufacturing site, capable of producing around 100,000 rolls per week. The acquisition protected 9 jobs and is expected to create 10 more jobs, with the Morrisons listing supporting this growth. We're proud of the long-standing relationship we've built with Morrisons and are delighted that they've agreed to put the Dundee roll onto their shelves, said Paul Allen. There's no better feeling than walking down the supermarket aisle and seeing our range of products that have been baked by our teams in Aberdeen and Dundee, who are completely committed to quality and taste. He added that he hoped the Dundee roll would become as synonymous with Dundee as the firm's Aberdeen Buttery's links to the Granite City. First came our Aberdeen Buttery, and now our Dundee roll, he said. We've had a warm welcome since expanding our operations into Dundee. It's great to see the ovens firing and the production line slowly getting busier again. Bread rolls have been produced at our Dundee bakery for more than 50 years, so it seemed only fitting to dedicate a roll to the city where they are made. Murdoch Allen already supplies most Scottish supermarket chains in Scotland, including Asda, Aldi, Co-op, Local, Morrisons and Sainsbury's, with baked and confectionery items including its Aberdeen butteries, pies and sweet treats such as yum-yums, cream cookies, donuts, apple turnovers and seasonal strawberry tarts. The UK donut market is changing rapidly. Once dominated by supermarket jam donuts and hot sugared options at seaside towns, it has exploded to make way for household names, innovative independents and everything in between. The donut market is undergoing significant changes in terms of the types and sizes of businesses operating within it, explains Laura Hensley, marketing assistant at AD Milling. While traditional bakeries and donut shops remain prominent players, there has always been a notable rise in the presence of large retailers and specialised donut chains. Donut Time, Crosstown, Project D and Donuts are among the specialised donut chains to make a splash on the UK market, while Behemoth Krispy Kreme, which is celebrating 21 years on UK shores, has also expressed its desire to get donuts into the hands of more happy customers. Donuts are one of the most popular items in bakery right now, and for good reason, believes George Tatlow, head of NPD Food Service at the Complete Food Group. Consumers are looking for treats that are indulgent but affordable, which donuts are perfectly placed to provide. Thankfully, the nation's appetite for the sweet treats has kept up with the ambitions of these firms, meaning that in 2024, the market is vibrant and relatively sheltered from the cost of living crisis. There is an ongoing demand for donut products across the bakery sector, with 36% of people in the UK increasing their consumption of donuts in the last 12 months, notes Miriam Bernhardt, Category Director Bread and Pastry Solutions at CSM Ingredients, the sponsor of National Donut Week, which is taking place from the 18th to the 26th of May 2024, to raise money for the Children's Trust charity. They are a key feature in all ranges as they appeal to a wide-ranging audience, Bernhardt adds. This has been fueled by innovation in flavours, decorations, eating occasions and boutique donuts, culminating in donuts also being perceived as visual and colouring masterpieces. So what are the innovations, flavour fillings, toppings and more capturing the nations? All shapes and sizes. When is a donut and not a donut? This isn't the start of an amusing riddle, but instead an examination of the evolution of donuts and their formats in recent years. If you'd asked consumers 5 years ago what their favourite donut was, it would have been a close call between a filled round donut and a sugar ring donut, believes Andy Taylor, NPD manager at Zealandia UK. From yum-yums, finger donuts, donut holes and giant donut cakes, today the very definition of this popular sweetened dough spans many shapes, sizes and flavours alike. Longboys, which specialises in gourmet finger donuts, is one of the notable players in the arena. Finger donuts are arguably more traditional than their round cousins, but the London-based company has sought to refine them using the pastry skills of its founders to create light brioche-based treats with patisserie-style toppings. Pistachio creamer, toasted meringue and blueberry compote are among the fillings to grace the donuts at Longboy's 3 sites. Rapidly expanding Canadian chain Tim Hortons is one firm pushing Donut Bites, or Timbits as its version are known, while up-and-coming Project D has doubled with the other side of the size spectrum to create giant donuts for all occasions. With the evolution of shapes and sizes comes the rise of hybrid donut creations. It arguably started with Cronut, the classic croissant donut mashup, but has continued to evolve as bakers combine flavours and formats of popular bakery products to create new and exciting treats that have added social media appeal, notes Tatlo at the Complete Food Group. The Yum Nut Yum Yum Meets Donuts, brought to shelves by M&S in 2020, continues to draw in fans with caramelised biscuit, Eat Mess and lemon meringue options among those available. Other examples highlighting by Tatlo include the Panettone, which combines donut dough with the flavour profile of a panettone to offer a modern twist on a classic Christmas classic, and hot cross bun donuts that bring together fluffy, fruity dough with seasonal custard. A sense of adventure. The hybrid trend continues through to flavours as bakers blur the lines between beloved donuts and donut fillings. These combinations are right on trend, according to Jackie Passmore, marketing lead West EU and AMEAP bakery supplier Dawn Foods, pointing to the likes of apple crumble, cinnamon dolce de leche, tiramisu, and key lime pie as fillings which tick this box. Bread Ahead is one such bakery, having captured an audience both on social media and in person for its creme brulee donuts, which were first introduced in October 2023. The visual of the sugar on top being melted by hot metal is a sight to behold, both online and offline. Our creme brulee donut is still the top seller by far, says founder Matthew Jones, adding that it is the top seller of anything we've ever done. It really is unbelievable. It sells the next most popular flavour of vanilla by more than 50%, and sometimes even double. Naturally, the nation's bakers are hoping to come up with the next big thing when it comes to donuts. The good news is there are plenty of up-and-coming flavours, plus a host of classics waiting to be invigorated to choose from. Adventure is back on the menu as consumers embrace new flavours from around the world, as well as experimenting with unexpected flavour combinations, says Passmore. We're seeing some fantastic creations that are breaking traditional boundaries with new flavours, textures and formats. Yuzu is a flavour on the rise thanks to its tartness and a floral undertone, while other Asian influences such as miso and matcha are gaining popularity, particularly when paired with sweet flavours. Pistachio is the premium flavour for 2024. Passmore adds, highlighting the use of it by luxury donut firm Donatelier in its Sweet Rose Donut, which features a pistachio and vanilla filling, meringue, chantilly cream, raspberry jam, ground pistachios, and a fresh raspberry on top. Other examples include Krispy Kreme's Baklava Bliss, released in its Eid range, filled with pistachio and topped with sliced almonds, hazelnut nibs, and honey drizzle. Crosstown has also embraced the green hue with its vegan-friendly pistachio and rose donuts, which sees its signature vegan sourdough base filled with pistachio and rose custard, topped with rose icing and a pistachio crumble. Pump up the jam. As Technotronic blasted out in the late 80s, it's time to pump up the jam. There are so many tempting morning of goods competing in the same space, from viennoiserie to Scandi-style buns, but the classic jam donut continues to outsell all of them, says Cabana Bakery MD Nikki Taylor. This speaks to its enduring popularity. As simple as it is, it can't be bettered. Jam donuts are the UK's favourite donut, according to recent research by CSM Ingredients, with 40% of those polled declaring their love for the classic creation. With that in mind, some in the industry believe more attention should be paid to the jam. Jam has become a thing, according to Bread Ahead's Jones, who categorises donut customers in two ways: the creamy chocolatey customer and the jam customer. He's not talking a bog standard jam either, but a proper homemade raspberry jam. A YouGov survey from 2022 found that the classic jam donut is a consumer favourite, 52% of Brits choosing a jam-filled donut as their first choice, and 39% of these opting for a raspberry jam fill. That does leave a good proportion wanting other fruity flavours though. What we've seen is that bakers are being more experimental with their donut jams, using alternatives such as pineapple, blueberry, apricot, or even more indulgent fruit fillings such as red cherry. Donuts with a difference. It's hard to stand out in a crowded market, but doing so, as Bread Ahead proved, can be lucrative. As such, many are turning to indulgence, premiumization, and innovation as a point of difference. The trend for visuality, stunning donuts, is being favoured by Gen Z consumers who've adopted TikTok and short-form videos on Instagram and YouTube as quick ways to digest information on trends in new products and in food and drinks. Bigger is likely to be better online, as has been seen in the online popularity of giant croissants and other sweet treats, but an interactive element can go a long way to boosting popularity. The Nation has developed a fascination with what's inside, observes Michael Schofield, Bakel's group marketing manager. Consumers love the element of surprise when biting into a donut filling with a delicious filling. There's the pop of enjoyment with indulgent products torn open to reveal a tasty filling, and it makes for incredible Insta-worthy snaps too. Krispy Kreme is one of the brands to embrace the online community, so far as to include a bookable content studio for influencers at its recent opened flagship store on Oxford Street. The opening was also attended by a host of influencers, including the Traitors Season 2 winner Harry Clark. It is also extending its reach beyond bakery through collaborations with brands from outside the food and drink sphere, such as its recent partnership with the online fashion retailer Pretty Little Thing. Social media is a key element of the donut market in the UK, helping to spread news of our new offers and keep our products front of mind. We are focused on creating emotional loyalty beyond simple transactions and are fostering a community of donut lovers, says Jamie Dunning, President and Managing Director of Krispy Kreme UK and Ireland. Donuts remain as relevant as ever, but customer expectations are evolving. We're leaning into this with Apex brand experiencing such as our melt-in-the-mouth original glazed donuts, which customers can see being made fresh daily at our hot light shops. Experimental and interactive donut experiences are gathering pace, notes Hensley at ADM Milling, as they provide consumers with unique opportunities to discover and indulge in their favourite treats. Social media plays a significant role in driving this trend, with consumers eager to share their experiences and discoveries with friends and followers online. A donut for every occasion. Sharing is caring, particularly when it comes to donuts. Krispy Kreme says that more than 70% of its sales are shared in some form, whether with friends or colleagues at the office, as they remain an accessible and affordable treat for celebrations big or small. The trend of donuts being brought for sharing and for celebrations such as birthdays, parties, weddings and christenings, as well as seasonal treats, will continue as consumers make the most of the appeal, explains CSM Ingredients Bernhardt. Personalization is important here, with 58% of 16 to 24-year-olds stating that adding their own decoration appeals to them, so bakers can indulge in this via toppings and fillings for birthdays and occasions. Project D's DIY collection that text it yourself is one option on the market, which allows consumers to choose their glaze and craft a message, which the Derby-based firm will then create on one of its mega donuts. Gifting presents another opportunity for sweet treats, with many of the online specialists, including Crosstown and Donut Time, offering gifting options for their ranges with add-ons like a greeting card, celebrity sleeve, or even a tipple to accompany the sweet treats. Day-to-day, CSM says 70% of donuts are purchased in the afternoon, partially as a result of promotional activity, in-store merchandising, and their appeal as an indulgent on-the-go snack. Fellow bakery supplier British Bakers points to the big night as a potentially untapped opportunity for donuts, particularly for premium offerings. From in-home to out-of-home events and shows are becoming an increasingly important arena for donut makers to play in, and some of the events may be surprising. We find donuts are a big thing in the bodybuilding scene. A lot of people tend to just eat everything they have been restricting themselves of whilst training for a competition. Once it's over, many love to celebrate donuts, says Wade Smith, MD of Nottingham-based Donuts, which has taken its treats to the Arnold Sports Expo and the UK Top 2 Artists Convention. Project D, meanwhile, pops up at more than 2,500 events across the UK every year, from Comic-Con to Chicken Wing Celebration Wingfest, and even international sporting events at Wembley Stadium. The reality is that there isn't one donut occasion or audience, explains Stuart Galbraith, category lead at sweet bakery manufacturer Baker & Baker. Here you have a set of products that has evolved as a suitable option for almost any occasion and season. As such, ranges need to be versatile and accessible, although the diversification of the market naturally allows for this, with big box retailers offering a great range of products from more value-oriented lines through branded concessions, whilst independents utilise social media to disrupt and create a point of difference. CSM Ingredients have been a proud sponsor of National Donut Week since conception, as home to some of the UK and world's most trusted bakery brands, including the best donut mixes. CSM Ingredients is delighted to be helping bakers produce the highest quality donuts for National Donut Week to help raise funds for the week's charity, the Children's Trust. From traditional bakery to naturally added value ingredients, each one of CSM's ingredients brands enhances its special heritage while being proud players in the UK's Food industry transformation. The Craig Miller brand has been an important part of UK baking industry for decades and is trusted by bakers across the UK, delivering classic and all-American style donuts and confectionery products directly to bakers. It also produces a wide range of delicious fillings and toppings to help bakers deliver the highest quality end products, from donuts to muffins to celebration cakes and beyond. The wide and innovative range of products includes bakery fats, cake mixes, cream alternatives, ready-to-use icings, glazes and mellows. Craig Miller guarantees great tasting, versatile and easy-to-use products every time. National Donut Week has just happened and the nation's bakers have been whipping up sweet treats to delight customers and raise money for the Children's Trust. Running from the 18th to the 26th of May, the week sees bakers, cafes and more donate money from donut sales to the charity which supports children with brain injuries. From classic jam donuts to ice cream-themed delights, on-trend pistachio ones and very lemony treats, there is a donut to suit all tastes. Bird's Bakery, East Midlands. There's chocolate galore at Bird's Bakery, which is serving up a double chocolate donut at its 60-plus stores across the East Midlands. Packed with a creamy filling, this hand-decorated delight is topped with chocolate fondant, Belgian white chocolate and marbled chocolate curls. Waring's Bakery in Reading. Ice cream is the theme of the week at Waring's, which is decorating branches accordingly alongside rolling out 4 limited edition donuts. Mint Choc Chip, a ring donut dipped in chocolate topped with a bulb of mint flavoured cream, with chocolate chips mixed through and finished with a drizzle of mint icing. Raspberry Ripple, a ring donut topped with white fudge icing that has been flavoured with raspberry and marbled with raspberry colouring, then finished with freeze-dried raspberry pieces. Cookies and Cream, a ring donut topped with a white fudge icing dipped in crushed cookies and cream biscuits, and finished with a bulb of cream that has been mixed with Blitz cookies and cream biscuits. Chocolate Fudge Brownie, a ring donut dipped in a chocolate fudge icing and chocolate vermicelli, topped with a bulb of chocolate cream and finished with fudge pieces. Pip & Co. Swindon. Premium donut makers Pip & Co. have teamed up with chai producers Henry and Joe's to create a limited edition treat. If it proves popular, the chai-flavoured filled cinnamon donut will make a regular guest appearance in the range. Each week, Swindon-based Pip & Co. bakes around 20,000 donuts, all made from natural ingredients with no additives or preservatives. The new chai and cinnamon variety will be available at the farmers markets Pip & Co. Visit and online. Burns the Bread Glastonbury. Burns the Bread is keeping things on trend by embracing fan favourites, retro classics and on-trend flavours. Biscoff donuts filled with a generous amount of speculoos and topped with fondant icing, buttercream and a Biscoff biscuit. The eye-catching Banoffee donuts filled with banoffee pie filling and topped with yellow icing, buttercream, a chocolate drizzle and a slice of crunchy dried banana. On-trend pistachio donuts packed with pistachio cream, covered in green icing, buttercream and delicately placed pistachios, and indulgent choc and hazelnut donuts filled with hazelnut spread and smothered in chocolate icing, chocolate cream and a hazelnut Florentine. Donuts Nottingham. To raise funds for the Children's Trust, Donuts is donating 20p from every single Homer donut it sells during National Donut Week. The bright pink donut, named after donut fan Homer Simpson, is smothered in pink icing and topped with colourful sprinkles. Dorrington's, based in Hertfordshire, Essex and Cambridge. Family business Dorrington's is drumming up interest with an indulgent chocolate donut which is crammed full of Belgian milk chocolate custard, topped with chocolate fondant icing and finished with Belgian milk and white chocolate curls. The bakery, which has 16 sites, will also donate 15p from every donut sold during National Donut Week, including its raspberry jam donut, pink sprinkle donut, chocolate ice donut and custard donuts. And Joe and Dough, Sheffield. There's a donut for all tastes and diets at Joe and Dough. The premium donut specialises in serving up classic glazed ring donuts, indulgent millionaire's donuts with a dolce de leche filling, and chocolate ganache and shortbread topping, and triple chocolate donuts. There's also the very lemony, which has a lemon curd filling, lemon icing and candied peel topping, as well as the vegan Biscoff filled with Biscoff puree and a fondant and Biscoff top. Aromatic sourdough starters, high-protein flours and on-trend flavoured inclusions are among the new bakery ingredients unveiled by suppliers. It's been a particularly busy time for ingredient innovation recently, with the previous NPD roundup just a few weeks ago. Now we check over the latest launches from baking industry heavyweights, including AB Mauri, Dawn Foods, Paratos and Goodmill's Innovation. Exceptional compound yuzu, Dawn Foods, UK and Ireland. As the newest product in Dawn's Total Cake Solutions program, the easy-to-use concentrate liquid compound helps add the distinctive citrus flavor of yuzu to neutral creams, fonds, frostings, and fondants, as well as other sweet bakery applications such as loaf cakes and eclairs. Yuzu is described as a blend between lemon and grapefruit, with complex herbal and floral notes. One of the fastest growing flavors in sweet bakery, it pairs well with other fruits such as lemon and orange, as well as chocolate and even chili, delivering a more intense flavor and natural yellow color, but at a lower price than real fruit purees, which are often not suitable for all applications. The compound from Dawn can be used straight away from the 1 kilogram bottle. Sapor La Vida Sourdough Starter from Puratos. The first completely traceable active sourdough Sapor La Vida has been unveiled by Puratos. Made exclusively with 100% whole wheat flour sourced from farms using regenerative agriculture practices, sourdough enables bakers to meet growing demand for locally produced, sustainably sourced bakery products. La Vida is said to offer a tangy flavor profile in all applications. With fruity, balanced lactic and acetic notes, it enhances fiber content in white bread too. It was created as a result of partnerships with Belgian farmers located less than 200 kilometers from the company's factory on the outskirts of Brussels, who are pioneering regenerative agriculture. High-quality regenerative whole wheat flour is sourced through cooperatives, including Cultivate and Farm for Good, ensuring a transparent and traceable supply chain from farm to fork, noted Puratos. La Vida is the latest addition to its Sapor range of living and inactive sourdoughs, and follows on from the February launch of Sapor Sally, which is made with wild-farmed regenerative flour. Smart Wheat High Protein Flour by Good Mills Innovation. Hamburg-based Good Mills Innovation has developed a solution to the problem of fluctuating protein content in wheat flour, which impacts the water absorption, dough processing, and baked product quality. Its Smart Wheat compensates for apparent declining protein content of wheat in recent years, blamed on EU fertilizer regulations and increased occurrences of droughts. Obtained from protein-rich, high-stretch wheat through purely physical fractionation, Good Mills noted it does not use water for rinsing or high temperatures during production. Instead, it finely grinds its flour via a gently crushing process, which separates the highly active protein particles while preserving its natural functionality. Compared to doughs prepared with conventional gluten, Smart Wheat provides a predictable and reliable dough quality, allowing for a higher volume of baked goods. It is suitable for a range of products including multigrain and wholemeal baked goods, yeast doughs, and leaners with recommended dosages of between 2 and 10%. Aromafirm Sourdough Pastes AB Mauri. 3 new sourdough pastes have been introduced to the UK market by AB Mauri, comprising of malts, seeds, and grains to enhance flavour, texture, and aroma. These join its already extensive portfolio of sourdough products, including starter cultures and inactive powders and pastes, and active and inactive liquids. The newly launched Aromafirm trio includes Whole Flake Paste 25, made with fermented malted barley flour at its base, and soaked malted UK wheat grains from AB Mauri's own wheat maltings in Gainsborough, Lincolnshire, creating products with a deep malty crust and crumb colour as well as great flavour. Sprouted MG Paste 30, a perfect split between malty flavours and aromas with the textural benefits of sprouted grains. Sponge and Dough 15. Using sourdough fermentation methods to replicate the flavour profile of traditional yeast fermentation, this delivers great UK craft, sponge and dough flavours and aromas within the finished bread. Other benefits of using sourdough pastes within the likes of bread and rolls include the agility to add soaked seeds and grains into the product as opposed to dried, to reduce moisture migration and to maintain softness, freshness, and the quality of the product's shelf life. Coconut and Bueno Deli Creams by Dawn Foods UK and Ireland. 2 new creamy fillings in flavours of coconut and Bueno, as in the hazelnut chocolate bar, have been rolled out by Dawn to help bakers transform the ordinary into the exceptional. Made using a 7% real coconut paste, the Deli Cream coconut is touted as the perfect choice for toppings and fillings in summer bakes, including cupcakes and whoopie pies. The Deli Cream Bueno, meanwhile, has a smooth and creamy texture and combines real hazelnuts with white chocolate. Dawn suggests generous swirls of the cream topped in dark chocolate, Genoese sponge cake, and then decorated with chocolate curls. The supplier notes that the ingredients are ideal for spreading, piping, or filling, and can be used straight from the pail or heated gently for more malleability, As they do not contain water, they offer a longer shelf life. Health experts are calling for an extension of the sugar tax to cover cakes, biscuits, and chocolate, while pointing to its success on soft drinks in improving UK consumer diets. A recently published bulletin by the World Health Organization, WHO urged governments worldwide, including the next government in the UK, to address the issue of excessive sugar consumption, which it said increased the risk of weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and other non-communicable diseases, as well as causing tooth decay. The report included analysis from experts at Queen Mary University of London, QMUL, regarding the results of two flagship UK government policies designed to encourage food and drink manufacturers to make healthier products. A total sugar reduction of 3.5% was achieved in the first 5 years since launching the Sugar Reduction Programme in 2015. The initiative asked food companies to voluntarily cut down portion sizes or reformulate their products to create lower sugar options. These were all high sugar categories, including biscuits, cakes, morning goods, and sweet confectionery, among others. However, the soft drinks industry levy in 2018 proved far more impactful, helping reduce total sugar sales by more than a third at 34.3%, from 135,391 tonnes in 2018 to 89,019 tonnes in 2020. Dr. Karthar Hashem, a lecturer in public health nutrition at QMUL and co-author of the bulletin, said that the timely new research helps document key policy actions for the next government to undertake to improve their work on sugar reduction. Procrastinating any further should not be an option. Unhealthy diets are the biggest cause of death and disability globally and cost the UK more than £100 billion annually, asserted Hashem, noting that the latest analysis shows additional improvements can still be made to both policies to enhance their wider impact. This includes increasing the levy, reducing the sugar content threshold in the soft drinks industry level, and setting more stringent subcategory specific targets in the sugar reduction programme. Policymakers are also urged to consider applying a similar levy to other discretionary products that are key contributors to sugar intake, such as chocolate confectionery, to shift diets towards a healthier direction. A target of the sugar reduction programme has been to reduce sugar by at least 20% by 2020, across a range of products that contribute most to the sugar intakes of children. However, only small decreases were recorded in many categories such as cakes, biscuits, and chocolate, according to the analysis. Experts recommend sugar reduction targets in the high sugar food product categories to be mandatory, saying that the industry will only prioritise voluntary targets if aligned with commercial interests. Graham McGregor, Professor of Cardiovascular Medicine at QMUL and Chairman of campaign groups Action on Salt and Action on Sugar, previously described its decision to omit salt and sugar tax in its food strategy plans as shambolic. The professor, who was also a co-author of the WHO Bulletin, said that the new government needs to control the food industry rather than being subservient to its profits. This requires reducing the huge and unnecessary amounts of salt, sugar, and fat in these foods by setting targets for each food group that are legally enforceable. Otherwise, many hundreds of thousands of people will die unnecessarily from strokes, heart attacks, and cancer. Last November, Action on Sugar warned against the high levels of sugar found in cakes and drinks sold through UK coffee shops, with research finding that over a third were exceeding an adult's daily limit of 30 grams of sugar in just one serving. Meanwhile, trade body Scottish Bakers recently voiced concerns over the Scottish Government's move to introduce restrictions on the promotion of bakery products with high fat, salt, sugar, HFSS content in Scotland. Global ingredients marketplace TraceGrains has made strategic partnerships with sustainability champions Ditch Carbon, Halgood, Sedex, and Sustained Impact. Ditch Carbon provides AI-driven emissions intelligence for businesses. Halgood has the world's largest database on sustainable food and helps brands improve their environmental and social impact. Sedex is an online system that allows suppliers to maintain data on ethical and responsible practices, and Sustained Impact offers food and beverage companies environmental intelligence software to help reduce their impact. TraceGrains said that the new collaborations have helped it establish a new benchmark in ESG readiness and compliance, significantly elevating the visibility and manageability of ESG efforts across the worldwide supply chain. They also contribute to its delivery of a state-of-the-art, cost-effective solution that seamlessly integrates into brand sourcing, compliance, and product development workflows. The move comes after TraceGains research found that most food and beverage brands, including bakeries, have a strong desire to embrace more sustainable practices across their value chain. Results from a survey which were published in TraceGains' 2023 report entitled State of ESG Compliance for the Food and Beverage Industry had 64% of brands acknowledging the growing importance of delivering on ESG compliance, despite the challenges associated. Furthermore, 50% of all respondents said they'd been willing to cease production on a particular line if it could not be produced in accordance with ESG objectives. This noted TraceGrains underscored the shift happened in the industry as many brands showed they were ready to walk the talk. In July, we'll launch the first of many integrated solutions on our platform that address a wide range of ESG-related needs using datasets mapped to our global supply chain network of more than 550,000 ingredients and 80,000 supplier locations, commented Greg Hartman, VP of Product Management at TraceGrains. It's an exciting time for our clients because they'll gain immediate access to the world's most trusted and comprehensive ESG assessments, from specialized global experts assessing and measuring supply chains, carbon emissions, deforestation, and labor and sustainability. Built on the same robust foundation as our TraceGrains network, these new solutions reflect our ongoing commitment to continuously improve and create value for our customers, said Hartman, adding this initial release is just the beginning of what the market can expect to see from us. The new partnership sees TraceGrains build on its long-established platform intelligence capabilities to aggregate and map ESG environmental data onto supply chains, down to the ingredient and location level. This provides companies worldwide with dependable, comprehensive insights and benchmarks to streamline compliance and product development. Companies are able to effortlessly assess and address ESG standards and goals armed with preloaded standardized data for immediate use upon joining the network, noted the Colorado-based firm. Last October, TraceGrains launched its new Sales Hub app, which it says is more designed to empower suppliers to better promote their products to the global food and drink industry. 3 months later, it acquired NutriCalc, inheriting the Barnstable-based firm's nutritional calculation and labeling software to further enrich the offerings of its ingredients platform. Meanwhile, TraceGrains' latest report into research and development and product innovation tipped 2024 to be a big year for NPD at food brands, with more than 3/4, at 76% of survey respondents planning investments, up 12% from the previous year. Premier Foods has reported double-digit increases in revenue and profit, with full-year market share gains as well as a return to volume growth in its fourth quarter. In its preliminary results for the 52 weeks ended 30th March 2024, the manufacturer, which produces bakery brands Mr. Kipling and Cadbury Cakes among its wider portfolio, posted overall sales of £1.1 billion, marking a 15.1% improvement from the previous financial year. Branded revenue, including for the likes of Ambrosia, Bisto and Batchelors, contributed £958.1 million, of this total up by 13.5% from last year's financial year, while non-branded sales rose by more than a quarter, 25.2%, to hit £164.5 million. Trading profit at Premier Foods leapt 14% to £179.5 million, while margin staying roughly the same at 16%. This has been another really strong year for the business, with considerable progress across all of our key financial metrics and the 5-pillar growth strategy, stated CEO Alex Whitehouse. In the UK, branded revenue increased by 13.6%, accompanied by 29 basis points of market share gain as we continue to outperform the market. Our brands continue to demonstrate their relevance to consumers. Looking at Sweet Treat division, sales growth of Mr. Kipling and Cadbury Cakes helped lift branded revenue to £217.7 million, up by 4.2% compared to the year prior. Revenue growth of non-branded sweet treats was more prolific once again, soaring by 36.9% to reach £69.4 million, said to be due to a combination of contract wins in pies and tarts and price increases on existing ranges. Divisional contribution from sweet treats increased to £33.7 million, and margins jumped by 11.7%, a 130 basis point improvement on the prior year, which is said to reflected volume recovery assisted by sharp promotional pricing. Premier Foods noted that the growth for Mr. Kipling reflected activity commemorating the King's coronation in the previous May, impactful in-store brand activation to assist shoppers navigate the cake category with greater ease, and a strong promotional campaign in partnership with the Minions franchise. Brand investment in Mr. Kipling had also been made through broadcasts of the Pianos advert, while new products launched during the year included Mr. Kipling Best Ever Signature Mince Pies, which saw the company enjoy its biggest ever Christmas, as well as Bakewell Tarts and Checkered Cakes. Its signature brownie bites range was also having well performed. As a result of lower levels of input cost inflation, in the second half of the year, the business increased its investment in promotional pricing, which it noted assisted in its volume recovery of Mr. Kipling products. Premier Foods saw revenue from its Cadbury cake range grow strongly in the second half. It said this was partly due to lapping a softer comparative period and also to impactful in-store brand activation and the relaunch of cream egg cake bars. The Mr. Kipling and Cadbury cake brands delivered further retail sales growth, in Australia reaching a combined record market share of 16.1%. During the year, distribution of the Mr. Kipling range expanded in the US to more than 3,000 stores, up from around 200 at the start of the year. Premier Foods expressed an enhanced focus on growing its brands in announcing the exit from the frozen pizza-based category and the planned closure of its Charnwood site this July. White House noted that the company was continuing to invest in its existing manufacturing sites, with capex stepping up as planned to £33 million to help drive efficiencies and facilitate growth through product innovation. He also expressed delight for the acquisition of breakfast brand Fuel 10K last October, which he revealed was now fully integrated into the core business and performing very well with exciting future plans. The CEO concluded by saying that this will return to volume growth. Premier Foods was on track to deliver on full expectations. The lipstick effect is a concept which defines consumers that are seeking to reward themselves with smaller treats and pick-me-ups and trade up to indulgent options despite being in financially challenging and dire times. Peterhead-based The Hayne Bakery has reformulated its buttery to appeal to the growing number of health-aware consumers. Butteries are a popular bakery in northeast Scotland, also known as Rowies or Aberdeen rolls, and traditionally made with flour, yeast, salt, and a large amount of lard or fat. They're said to have fallen out of favour with young people in recent times. Habe's new multi-seed version has 73% less saturated fat and 91% less salt than the original recipe. The family-owned firm's reformulation project was supported through funding from the Healthier Bakery Fund, an initiative from Food and Drink Federation FDF Scotland and Food Standards Scotland FSS that helps Scottish bakery businesses make their products healthier. Successful applicants are awarded grants of between £1,000 and £5,000, but must be investing at least 50% of the total project costs themselves. There's no question that butteries are very high in fat and salt, and we've found young people are more focused on their health, commented Patrick Jackson, owner and baker at Hayne Bakery. We used to make 50 tins of 12 dozen butteries just for our Saturday trade, but it's now fallen to about 20 tins, so we've seen a real shift which we've put down to an increased focus on health. Jackson noted that his bakery wasn't afraid to try new things to meet consumer aspirations. Our multi-seed bread is extremely popular and it has no added salt or sugar, so we thought why not create a buttery like this. Funding aided Jackson in devoting the time and space to focus on recipe development, all of which was done in-house. The main aim was to make a healthier buttery by incorporating whole grain flour and more seeds, but we made real progress in reducing the fat. It was a lot of trial and error. I made multiple samples by simply going into major retailers and picking up different products and trialing the lighter fat alternatives, Jackson explained. After finding a suitable substitute, the baker was able to significantly enhance the nutritional value of its healthier buttery. In addition to the reduction of salt and fat, dietary fibre was increased by 121%, while calories were reduced by 24%. We've been selling our healthier butteries now since January, and we make about 10 dozen each week. It's not the same taste, but we have a lot of repeat customers, and if it is helping with people's diet, then that is great. Laura Wilson, FSS Head of Public Health and Nutrition, noted that it was important to enable businesses like Hayne Bakery to try developing healthier new things. Evidence shows that reformulation, for example, by reducing portion size, calories, or improving nutritional content, by increasing fibre is one of the most effective ways industry can help improve dietary health in Scotland. Joanne Burns, Reformulation for Health Manager at FDF Scotland, added, the fantastic work by Patrick and his team at Hayne Bakery in developing their better buttery highlights the amazing potential that the bakery industry has to make traditional recipes healthier. Many of Scotland's favourite foods are produced by our high street bakers, from butteries and Scotch pies to Empire biscuits and Yum Yums. The bakery industry has always been positive and proactive in meeting industry and health trends. FDF Scotland's Reformulation for Health team is on hand to offer free guidance and support to help get more healthy, traditional Scottish bakery products on shelves in communities across Scotland. Tesco is trialling an in-store bakery ISB model, which allows for it to bake items on the shop floor. Aptly named Bake on the Shop Floor, the model is currently in operation at the Twickenham Express store and incorporates an oven, cooling rack, loose product display, cassettes, and packed product shelving in just over 1 square metre shop floor space. This enables fresh in-store bakery goods to be produced without the need for any backup or areas or specific ISB production space, according to the retailer, which noted that the model can deliver Tesco's full ISB range, including pastries, savoury items, and bread. The model has been developed for our smaller stores where there isn't enough space for our super lean operation. Tesco bakery specialist for ISB, John Lampert, has said. The super lean ISB model was rolled out last year as a way to allow smaller Tesco stores to offer an ISB range. It comprises a single unit which operates an oven, table, racks, and trays, all the elements required to run a bake-off operation. Having proved really successful, the super lean model, which will be extended to at least 25 additional stores this year. We know that freshly baked ISB products are important to customers, so unlocking a model where you can bake, cool, pack, and display all in a shop floor area has enabled us to deliver freshness and our ISB experience in stores that we wouldn't have previously been able to. The super lean model unlocked new ISB space for us by creating an all-in-one model where the entire production operation takes place on the shop floor. We can serve even more stores. Bake on the Shop Floor started out as an idea from the convenience team, who asked how they could get ISB into more convenience stores. Lampert explained working in partnership with Mono, Tesco's main equipment supplier for ISB. The team gradually built and tested the model over a series of months with experts from the retailer's business support, convenience, design standards, engineering, technical maintenance, supplier field, and commercialization function teams involved. The latest trial is described as delivering great results, with the model also set to roll out to at least 25 more stores this calendar year. Price hikes across Pladis' sweet and savoury snacking brands have helped them record sales growth of 14.9% during 2023, with profits also leaping along with market share gains. The manufacturer, formerly known as United Biscuits UK, reported revenues of £984.4 million in newly filed full accounts to the 31st of December 2023, well up from £857.1 million in 2022. Sales figures comprised those for Pladis' brands including McVitie's, Jacobs, Cars, Go Ahead, Flips and BN, as well as for private label products and royalty payments for the use of those biscuits and cracker brands. The rise was attributable to increased product prices, which came in response to unprecedented cost inflation, noted the company. Meanwhile, Pladis UK's share of the overall UK biscuit market, excluding discounters, was said to have improved slightly from 21.5% in 2022 to 22.2% by the end of the year. Adjusted EBITDA, representing overall profit before taxes, financing and other costs and expenses, rose by 11% to reach £151.6 million in 2023. This was largely due to the flow-through of benefits from prior year's supply chain cost base reduction actions. The company said its strategic objectives were aligned with those of its ultimate parent company in the UK, Pladis Foods Limited, which included the Complete to Win framework implemented in 2020, designed to unlock business potential through people and brands. One of the framework's 4 pillars is labelled Innovate Today to Fuel Tomorrow, and sees Pladis seeking to deliver industry-leading cross-category innovations. Among numerous NPD rolled out during 2023 was the McVitie's White Chocolate Digestive, which was reported to be Pladis' biggest biscuit launch in the last 2 years and worth £7.6 million in the 6 months since its debut. McVitie's has just unveiled a newly limited edition cola bottle flavour of its Jaffa Cakes, the first time it has ventured beyond fruit flavours, aimed at driving penetration among younger shoppers seeking innovative, unique flavour combinations. New sweet treats will initially hit Asda on the 10th of June in packs of 10 at £1.25, before a wider rollout at all major retailers from the end of July. A Price Smart pack will be made available for wholesalers and convenience retailers as well. The cola variant joins the likes of Rockin' Raspberry Jaffa Cakes, introduced last August as alternative flavours to the original Jaffa Orange, that have helped add £19.7 million in sales to the brand over the past 3 years, according to Nielsen total coverage data from the 15th of May 2021 to the 23rd of March 2024. Expanding its £8.6 million cake bars portfolio, McVitie's will also be launching Jaffa Cakes bars with a new cola flavour. Packs will come in 5 individually wrapped bars at £1.80. During 2023, the company spent £8.5 million of research and development, a significant increase on the £4.9 million invested the year prior, helping to further enhance its innovations in biscuits, crackers and cakes. Moving forward, Pladis UK and Ireland recently appointed Taryn Lisa Mull McConnell to the role of Vice President of Research and Development. Franchise chain operator Cook's Coffee Company has unveiled ambitions to more than quadruple its Esquire's coffee estate in the UK and Ireland to reach 305 shops by 2035. The company, which is dual listed on both the Equise market in London and the NZX in New Zealand, currently operates 64 stores in the UK and 16 in Ireland. It placed 20th in the Bakery Market Report 2024. New openings over the past 2 months included in Colliers Wood and Pinner in London, Newport in Wales and Sudbury in Suffolk. Cook's Coffee revealed it was targeting shops of 80 and 18 in the UK and Ireland, respectively, by the end of March 2025 and would continue to add roughly 25 new locations across the 2 markets each year to ensure it hits the 300 mark. The Esquires brand has a strong pipeline of opportunities as it continues its commitment to building an ethical cafe group with great cafes owned and run by local people, stated the company. Cook's Coffee had previously been seeking to acquire synergistic business to help scale up its UK business, which at the time also included the 222 coffee chain. The subsidiary was placed into voluntary liquidation last September, with 20 sites located around central business districts deemed non-viable in a post-COVID market. Having acquired 222 in 2020, Cook said it has now fully written off its investment in its previous half-year accounts, with negative equity of £1.9 million reportedly in its preliminary results for the year ended 31st of March 2024. Esquire's sites, however, were said to be sheltered from permanent shifts in consumer behaviour, such as the work-from-home lifestyle change, thanks to their suburban and smaller town focus. The brand helped Cook's Coffee post UK sales growth of 21% up to 18.5 million New Zealand dollars from the 15.3 million New Zealand dollars recorded in financial year 2023, which it noted was more than double the industry growth average of 9%. Positioning itself as the local chain has proven successful for the Esquires brand according to Cook's Coffee, highlighting its strategic direction as well as a focus on organic coffee products and an enhanced food offering with local sourcing where possible. The sample menu on its website features the likes of Cumberland sausage roll, Eggs Benedict, smoked salmon bagels, and ham and cheese toasties, while a range of limited edition sourdough sandwiches have been introduced for the summer season. We are delighted to report strong sales growth across our existing estate of coffee stores as we continue our expansion program of new store openings, commented Keith Jackson, Executive Chairman of Cook's Coffee. We have an exciting growth pathway clearly defined and have Aidan Keegan appointed to drive the future development of the business. Aidan is uniquely qualified for the role, having spent 14 years as operations manager of the Irish business and the last almost 6 years as CEO of Esquires Coffee UK. The company has also recently hired 2 new regional developers to help accelerate growth in the north of England and South West and South Wales regions, after other regional developers had delivered strong performances elsewhere. Developers for Scotland and Northern Ireland are currently being sought, stated Cook's Coffee. Founder and Irish Managing Director Tony McVery has announced his intention to retire in June after the 25 years with the firm, to be replaced by former Starbucks executive Brendan Duignan as part of plans to relocate the board to the UK. Independent director Mike Hutchison is also set to retire in June. Bertie's Bakery and Baked Bakery have landed listings in the major UK retailers for their new high-protein rolls and naan breads. Country Antrim-based Bertie's, which expanded its workforce last year after securing a Tesco supply deal worth £2 million, is now extending its relationship with Henderson Group throughout the rollout of a new product line in over 80 of the company's stores across Northern Ireland. The high-protein rolls, which are available in 4-packs of either white or seeded varieties, are expected to boost revenue further due to strong customer demand. Bertie's wide range of bakery products, including scones, buns and cakes, is stocked across 150 independent Spar, Eurospar and Vivo stores, in addition to 81 Henderson retail locations. The business, which operates a 15,000 square foot manufacturing site at Crewe Industrial Park near Magherafelt, said it has experienced strong growth in sales since it began listing with Henderson Group just over 4 years ago. Protein is one of the top food trends this year due to many people wanting to reduce their carbohydrate intake and increase their intake of protein, commented founder and MD Brian McCurlin, who started Bertie's in 2020 after managing the parents' 50-year bakery business, Genesis Crafty, formerly known as McErland's. As consumer needs and wants evolve, we want to be at the forefront of that, added McErland, noting that over 21% of the calorific content of the new rolls is protein. Nottingham-based Baked Earth Bakery, meanwhile, has launched its garlic and coriander naan bites into 241 Asda stores nationwide. Coming in packs of 20, the naan bites are vegan-friendly and suitable for home freezing. Just take a few minutes to cook in the oven or grill and can be used for dipping, topping as a side, or served in a big bowl for sharing. We believe we are the first to market with these delicious and versatile naan bites, which are mini versions of our popular naan breads, expressed Baked Earth MD Dan Butt. As a family, we've been making naans for over 50 years, and this collaboration with Asda means that their customers can now buy our authentic Baked Earth bakery breads for their own families to enjoy. Butt's grandfather opened the first curry house in Nottingham in the early 1970s. His family then set up a purpose-built bakery factory at Lenton Industrial Estate in 1990 to supply retailers and food service operators with authentic naans and flatbreads. Products are made using bespoke ovens developed themselves that replicate a traditional tandoor. Waitrose Canary Wharf is set to become home to the first in-store Gales takeaway bakery. Set to open on the 6th of June, the first of its kind site for the brand will be 280 square foot in size and serve up a selection of Gales bread, baked goods and specialty coffee, which have been prepared on site to take away. Like the rest of Gales estate, the menu will change seasonally, with current options to include cinnamon buns, croissant sausage rolls, sourdoughs and sandwiches. In addition, customers will be able to order through the Gales Click and Collect service, and the site will also offer home and office delivery for its sharing ranges. The opening comes just over a year after the business extended their partnership with Gales branded fixtures, rolling out to 264 of the retailer's stores. As part of this, Waitrose doubled the range of Gales sourdough loaves and other baked goods it stocked, with new additions including crackers, baguettes, bagels and muffins. The retailer has been stocking Gales bread since 2010. Notably, Waitrose Canary Wharf accounts for nearly 5% of the total Gales Waitrose sales. Nationally, sales of Gales lines within Waitrose stores are up 35% year on year. We're delighted to be opening one of our neighbourhood bakeries within the Canary Wharf Waitrose. We look forward to further strengthening our partnership with Waitrose and welcoming the community to our latest craft bakery, said Gales MD Marta Pogrosweska. Waitrose said the latest opening reinforced its commitment to enhance and improve its experience for customers and builds on its wider strategy to invest in stores through upgrades, refurbishments and new openings. Building on our successful partnership with the launch of a new and innovative Gales bakery is hugely exciting, said Nathan Ansell, Customer Director at Waitrose. Synonymous with quality, expertise and taste, Gales very much reflects our own core values, and we know how much our food-loving customers enjoy their products. Gales has been on a growth journey in recent years, having just surpassed a 130-store milestone with 4 new outlets to be added by the end of the month. Despite its rapid growth, Poreska confirmed that the business would remain a place for people who appreciate quality and craft. Planet Donuts has announced the closure of 5 of its 8 stores across the West Midlands and North West, citing difficult trading conditions. In a statement from the Shrewsbury-based donut specialist, and managing director Rob Jones said, "Despite our best efforts and continued support, one of our franchise partners has made the tough decision to close all 4 of their Planet Donut stores in Widnes, Warrington, St Helens and Newcastle upon Under-Lyme. We sympathise with our franchisees as trading on the high street has been difficult in recent years." In addition to the franchise closures, founder Duncan McGregor has also decided to close one of his stores in Lichfield, noted the managing director. Duncan's original stores in Shrewsbury, Chester and Telford will remain, but will be rebranding to offer more than just donuts. Planet Donut will continue to supply all 3 stores with our donuts. More details on the rebranding are to be revealed in the coming weeks. Planet Donut's wholesale business appears to be thriving meanwhile. Although retail is hard at the moment, the Planet Donut Central Bakery has never been busier. We're now hand-making, icing, decorating and finishing 10,000 donuts a day in Shrewsbury, and our amazing creations are now more readily available across the UK than ever before. Last August, the company landed a deal with retailer Co-op to stock its product range at more than 70 stores across central England. Jones noted that Planet Donut also supplies a long list of stockists, from farm shops to garden centres, pub chains, venues and the country's largest sporting stadiums. We continue to supply most major retailers and wholesalers, meaning that we can deliver to every corner of the UK so that more people can seize the donut. Planet Donut previously harboured big ambitions to expand its retail footprint in the UK. In April 2022, it declared an aim of having more than 50 outlets in operation by the end of 2025. Last year, it had as one of the 3 brands tipped to appear on its bakery market report in the near future, along with fellow donut brand Project D and East Anglian chain Two Magpies Bakery. While none of these companies were able to make the cut, the 13 shops of the top 75 out-of-home businesses listed in this year's bakery market report, Two Magpies came closest, adding 2 new sites to its estate last year and a 10th in recent weeks. It also won Britain's Best Cake 2024 for its salted caramel and almond brownie, with capacity at its new central bakery to support a growth of up to 30 shops. Similar to Planet Donut, Project D has also struggled with maintaining its shop estate of late. 3 months of losses at the turn of the new year forced it to close its kiosk in Nottingham's Victoria Centre and more recently its flagship store in Newark.